Oh, yeah, yes, I do enjoy watching films. They're the best part of my life, the best part that I spend my time. Maybe when I'm with my friends, when I'm bored in the house, I have nothing to do in the weekends, so maybe during the nights I call in with my friends. We go to a movie concert place where they put on movies, or maybe during these special holidays like Valentine's, like Christmas, they do display a variety of films, or maybe vacations. So yeah. I wouldn't say I have a specific type of films that I do watch, but I love funny films. I love also love films. Also love films that are that involve maybe, how will I put it? Maybe they are investigative films that are investigative, and also films that are spiritual oriented, and also films that are related to my medical field. They help me to learn what is going on outside my country, and it helps me to learn a lot of things about love, about science all over the world. Actually, I didn't really love watching TVs when I was a child because most of the time I was dedicated to reading storybooks. So my childhood was all about reading storybooks and spending time with friends, going out to play with my friends. That's the best part that I enjoyed during my childhood. So watching TV wasn't really my thing. When I grew up, that's when it all came about to spending time watching TVs because you're lonely and you're alone at time. No, I wouldn't say they are popular because most of the people they don't understand those languages. But with the development of intelligence, IT, intelligence technology, information technology. There are those films, but they are being interpreted into a language that you can understand. So they're not very common. They're there, yes, but the language has to be interpreted for the person who is watching it to be able to understand what is being spoken of in that film. About greeting, it really depends who I'm greeting. If it's my friend that I'm used to, I'll give them a warm hug. I'll greet them in a joyful manner. If it's an elderly person, it's not advisable maybe to give hugs to the elderly people, but maybe you greet them in a special way, in a respectful way. If it's my parents, I have to give them a hug. If it's my sisters, I have to give them a hug. So it really depends with the kind of person you're greeting or the kind of person you're meeting for the greetings. That's a good question. An old friend. It really depends with how our communication was when we were friends, and in the current situation that we are friends, but in the old days, if we kept in contact with each other, the greetings wouldn't be casual. But if we cut communication, then we have come to meet maybe in the later years, the greetings will be casual. And for an old person, it has to be a respectful greeting. I wouldn't greet an old person the way I'd greet my old friend, or maybe the way I would greet a friend that I'm with every day of my lives. With the friends that I have, it will be a beautiful greeting, a joyful greeting with hugs, maybe kisses, hugging each other, carrying each other. It's kind of different. It really depends how the relationship is with that person at that particular moment. Most of the time, it depends with how social I am at workplace. When they bring in maybe new staffs or the staffs that are there at that moment, the first impression when I meet you, it tells more about how we're going to be friends or how we're not going to be friends. At times we meet via social media, at times we meet in church where we make new friends, or career wise when we go for concerts, when we go for medical camps, that when we meet other new people, we exchange our contacts, then the friendship starts from there and it develops. And how frequent you communicate depends on how the relationship will be kept. Yeah, first impressions are always very, very important. I'd give an example. For example, I go into a particular place and I'm all noisy, and it's a place that is a professional meeting. And what I'm talking isn't what is supposed to be spoken at that particular place. It will give a bad impression of myself. I wouldn't be professional. But if I go into a certain place and the first thing I do is maybe greeting the people that I meet over there, introducing myself, telling them what I do. Then I inquire more about what they do as I tell them about what I do. It will give a very good impression of professionalism, and also it gives in room to create new friends, because it will show a sign of politeness and good friendship, and it will also bring trust in between you, because this other person will be able to trust you with their information because you've opened up to them about yourself. So first impression, it does matters a lot in every conversation and in every meeting. So a holiday I recently went to, it's we went to the rural areas at our home place. We were going to celebrate the Easter holiday, and we were supposed to meet as family members, our cousins, our aunts, and our uncles. Yeah. So apparently, all we had to do was go and have a meeting and discuss maybe a variety of things that we will be doing in the course of the year as a family. But guess what happened? We went there. As we met as cousins, it's fun. You want to introduce each other, you want to know each other, their parents, how where they stay and everything that they do. Then it happened that we had to go for a nature walk, we as the cousins. So we had to move. It's a rural area, so there are forests, there are rivers, there are a little bit of hills, kind of mountains. So it was fun. It was kind of a hiking experience. So we went, we started walking. We came out of the our grandparents' house. Then we went out. We started moving, walking, taking videos, making fun on the way, enjoying, as we are making a lot of stories about our experiences in our different places of work. It was really fun. We went to the forest. We had to see some wild animals. We had to feed some monkeys over there. We also went to the river. It's a small river where we were competing on who can jump over to the other side. It wasn't that big, so it was manageable. It was enjoyable because we all jumped to the other side, then we had to come back to the other side because we had to come back and go home. Our parents were looking for us and it was getting late. It was fun because you talk out as family members, you express your feelings. Yeah, it was really enjoyable spending time with family. I'd love to go to the Bahamas and enjoy the sceneries over there. Yeah. At times, I also love traveling alone. So I'd give a reason that at times people go through a lot in their lives and they just need a moment of being alone, like just fantasizing or meditating upon their lives, and traveling is the best way to do that. Mostly when you're traveling alone and you're driving by yourself, it opens up your mind. It gives you fantastic ideas about what you would have done, about what you can do later on in your life. So I think people like doing that because it's you and you alone. You have to think about yourself. You have to love yourself at that moment. It opens up your mind to a variety of ideas, because when you're moving out with someone, they'll give in ideas which will make you chip into those ideas. But at this moment, it's just supposed to be you. You think about you, meditate upon you, so that you can know what you're going to do about maybe what is happening in your life. Yeah, traveling has really changed as compared to the past decades. it was very hard to get a means of transportation, but currently transportation has become very easy. Most of the people on their vehicles, and there is also public transportation, so it has become quite easy to travel from different places, and there are also flights, so traveling has become very easy. It's not difficult as in the past where traveling was very hard, and also displaying of information or sending information into another place, it will take decades for it to get to its destination. But currently it's very faster. You can send information as fast as you can because transportation system has become very quick and easy, and also not very expensive, and it's easily available. In my own experience, or maybe in my own opinion, I'd say traveling has changed people in a variety of ways. When you travel, you experience new things, you meet new people, and getting that new experience, it develops a sense of growth upon your side. There are some things that you might have seen, there are some things that during your travel period you would come into contact with them, and it changes your mind, so it makes you also grow, and it also gives you a different view of life, from how you've been viewing life. Maybe being stagnant in one location, it doesn't change your mind, but when you move out and experience new, you start new beginnings, you meet new friends, it gives you a new experience, in that it can change your way of thinking. You can also change your way of living and also upgrade yourself because you're experiencing new thing, and you're also meeting new things that you haven't ever seen. You have been wanting to see them, but you've never had the chance to. But with traveling, you'd have to meet different people, experience different things in life that makes you change and grow. I think the disadvantages are not so many. If there are, they're very few. One of them, it's maybe it has exposed us to more accidents as compared to the past mode of transportation, maybe when they were using horses or maybe boats, cars. So with modern transportation, it is fast, easily accessible. The only advantage I'd say it exposes us to many, or it exposes us to danger as compared to the previous mode of transportation. With a horse or maybe a donkey, it's not very easy for you to get an accident, so long as you know how to ride the donkey and you're taking care of the donkey very well and taking care of the horse very well. It will take you to the specific place that you want to go. With motor vehicle, we are exposed to accidents most of the time because of reckless driving and all that, or maybe failure of the machines. So, and also it's kind of expensive. If you can't own your own car, you'd have to use the public transportation, which is quite expensive for those who cannot be able to afford the transportation.